Is it a Reg FD violation to talk to a Wall Street analyst to correct something that they reported, to correct something? Today on ZippyPoint.
Quick Zips by ZippyPoint.
Quick and dirty. I'm Brock Romanek. I'm a big fan of use. So there's nothing more frustrating for some within a company when after you hold your earnings call, an important analyst provides a forecast quite a bit more optimistic than what your people had just said. They're digging a hole for the company because the company is bound not to meet their expectations, and the company will get punished in the market somewhere down the line, most likely as a result. In the old days, a company would reach out to the analyst to walk them down. Those days are over. There's not much you can do. There's not much you should do. It will look bad for you when you miss your numbers, but it will look bad for the analyst too because they guessed wrong. There just isn't any safe way to communicate with the analyst to help them get their head straight. Any way you look at it results in an FD violation. So don't do it. Don't walk them down. Based on everything the SEC has said, the enforcement cases it has brought, you should always assume that the company can't discuss earnings guidance privately with analysts without the information being considered material. For example, in this CorpFin staff interpretation, it lists the factors that companies should consider in determining whether a selective confirmation of a previously publicly made forecast would be deemed material and thus a violation of FD. Earnings is right at the top of the list. You could try reaffirming guidance in a few weeks, perhaps providing additional gloss in an FD and anti-fraud compliant manner, but that's a long shot in getting a particular analyst to reconsider their estimate. And out-of-cycle guidance tends to freak people out anyways. They wonder why you're really doing that. Without knowing more, they guess it's because there's some bad news floating behind the curtain. It's just often a bad idea. In comparison, try this analyst correction scenario on for size. An analyst who misses an important piece of information that you just publicly disclosed. Or maybe they just typed in some numbers incorrectly into their report. So their estimates for your company are off. Their models are pushing out bad numbers based on incomplete or erroneous data. Pointing out the analyst's error here is quite different from an FD perspective than confirming that guidance you previously provided is still good. I have a separate Vid-Guide about private reaffirmation, a link to which is below. You are implicitly sharing non-public information by confirming your prior statements. You're just letting the analyst know that they've overlooked a publicly disclosed nugget of information. That was publicly disclosed already. In most cases, that can be done safely. But be careful here to limit your conversation to that particular nugget of information. Don't get off on a tangent that gets you into hot water. It's so easy when you're just having a conversation with someone to have them ask you a couple of questions and you keep saying no comment, no comment, no comment, and you're sick of saying that, and you end up blurting out something you shouldn't have. Yeah. So learn more about common Reg FD situations that you might find yourself in by going to zippypoint.com or search YouTube with the hashtags of #RegFD, #ZippyPoint, and let me know what you think.